Well, that would be intellectually correct. Stain IP.
Yeah, it's got the little blue
It's
light.
got a blue light. Blue light.
Mr. Stain.
Mr. Smith.
How are you?
I almost wanted to say Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson. What a great movie.
I know. I see they're bringing a new one out, but apparently Will Smith hinted to him being in it.
I don't know how I feel about that.
No,
I'll let you know when I see the.
I didn't even particularly like the latest one.
Oh,
that came
what
out,
was
like,
Resolution?
and it was like Resurrection or something like that.
So we didn't talk about what we were going to talk about at all.
No, we didn't.
No, we had just done some videos
Yeah.
at the back.
Yes.
And then you were like, "Hey, you want
Yeah,
to
let's
do
do a podcast.
And then we sat down. And now, Here we are.
We should have something to talk about.
yeah, we should. You should at least have like a thought pattern, but we don't.
Well, I think a good idea about talking is obviously I'm an IP attorney
oh, that's a good point.
and you are a marketing specialist.
Yes.
So maybe how does, and in my case, well, IP, but looking at marketing and especially looking at the fact that you utilize video content
I do.
for marketing.
I do.
Maybe marketing and touch on IP, but more particular to trademarks, because at the end of the day, what do you market? You market your brand. And
Yeah.
copyright, because how do you do it?
Yeah.
Through video and other intellectual property assets, it would fall more under the copyright
Yeah.
sphere.
Yeah. It's actually quite a big thing when it comes to anything to do with video. So because I lean in my marketing more towards video because I think video is king.
Yeah, especially with the trends out there.
Yeah, I've always felt like it's very essential to not use copywritten anything.
No, you can't.
Because you get flagged so quickly and you can get caught so quickly.
But that's actually a good point on that, where it's like people are like, "Yo, no, but will they catch me?" Probably who you are infringing won't,
Yeah.
but the content won't do what the content should do. So yes, don't use other people's copyrighted content because you are infringing their copyright, which is against the law.
Correct.
But
Correct.
if you don't want to listen to that, listen to this. If you, when I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the listeners or the viewers, or if you use copyright infringing content, the thing you put out will be flagged and taken down. So you would have wasted your time, you would have wasted your energy, and likely your money if you had somebody, a third party doing it. So also make sure the third party doesn't use copyright infringing content.
Yes.
So it's a financial thing more as well as a legal thing.
Yeah. It's gotten so hectic, man. I like, for those of you that don't know, I'm also a full-time musician. And anytime I have put my own music on top of a video, I've got flagged on YouTube.
On your own copyright.
On YouTube. And they're like, sorry, you can't use this music. I'm like, I'm the only one who can.
Yeah.
And I have a video right now that's stuck in
The review or the
in a non-public space
Oh, no.
because I keep getting copyrighted for my own music.
Yeah.
It's just like they're very on top of it.
yeah, which is good.
Yeah.
It's
massive.
sometimes
It's
a pain in the arse because of instances like where they are too good.
Yeah.
But in general, it's good. And there's ways around. What we do with our music or our content, we're not full-time musicians like you are, and I'm glad you brought it up because I want to touch on that a bit. But we make sure that every single thing we do, there's new original music for that specific thing.
Yeah.
Peach from Pletsen's ad, Peach did a jingle like, and the one of the series we did, a Why We Create series that followed a few few of our clients and their intellectual property journey. We asked each of them to give us a style of music, and then we approached our musical clients. This is before I knew you, and said, "Hey, we've got a 1 minute or 2 minute video. This is a video. Can you please write a song for us?" And obviously, we paid them for it.
It's very helpful
And
because then
there's no
nothing.
flag.
Yeah, there's zero.
But to us, it's possible, not to everything. But the nice thing is there's that license free, royalty free
Yeah.
Creative Commons licensed platforms where you can actually get royalty-free music.
Correct.
Use the correct one.
Yeah. So the one I use doesn't only have copyright-free music, but stock footage,
Oh, that's
photos,
cool. Yeah.
like pictures, different intros for companies that you can just add their logos to it, and it's like so. I chose one where I have free reign to do
To do what?
backflips. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, which is very helpful. Like the stock footage and stuff. It's just sometimes you don't have the ability to go out and take that shot.
Yeah.
You know,
And
But someone has.
somebody has the resources. Somebody lives in the Swedish mountains to take a video at the Swedish mountains.
Yeah.
And
And you don't want to be like
No,
you don't want to be like down in like Brakpan.
yeah, it's like, oh, look at my mountain,
Look at that
and then
mountain.
it's like,
You're
it's
like,
not
that's
a
a
mountain.
mine, bro.
But the one thing on that, and it's very important, especially for creatives or for big companies where they have an internal creative team, to make sure
Yes.
you make use of that stock and use the correct ones, because there's different licensing on different things. There's a difference between the stock images you can use for your music and the stock images you can use for your business clients, marketing
Correct.
clients, because the one is personal use for your music because you use it for yourself.
Correct.
And the one is a commercial use, which has a different type of Creative Commons license, CC license. Now, CC or Creative Commons is basically the general, not so well known, but generally accepted license formats where people say how you are allowed to use stock
Correct.
IP. I mean, there's a difference between it.
Yeah.
So when
you should
you
be
are
able
using it for commercial use, make sure it's commercially licensed.
Facebook's even more crazy. So if let's say we put an ad together, right, that has a voiceover, and then I use copyrighted music that I'm not allowed to use, right? Facebook will pick that song up, and instead of alerting you or letting you know or say anything, they'll just mute it.
That happened to one of our TikTok videos. It is, and this is where some of them go away. It is commercially free to use. I say free to use, but it's royalty free, licensed commercial image stock. Not image stock sound we used in one of our videos.
Yeah.
And TikTok muted it. I'm like, this is literally, and they're like, sorry.
Yeah.
Too many people used it, and it's like
with TikTok is there is a way around it. It just takes a little bit more time. So what you would do is build the whole video without music,
and then
put it onto YouTube, onto TikTok, and then use their
I think that's what I want to do.
Because the artists get paid from that.
Yes, that's the thing, and that's the one thing.
They get their royalties from that. So you select a song, AC/DC Thunderstruck, and you're like, this is the song I want. If you just put it on the video, take that video and put it up, they'll flag it, because there's no way for them to do anything
to monetize.
Because how do they send that through?
Yes.
Right? But because we've linked it as musicians to TikTok, when you click on it, there's a direct talking to us. So then it goes, you wanted Thunderstruck, you put Thunderstruck on, but you use the platform.
The royalty will go where the royalty must go.
The royalty will go.
Yeah. And look, that was actually the video we then decided we were just going to make our own or make sure
and that's when you were like
on everything. But that point you mentioned, and I mean, but not a lot of people know, as my background is also as a musician, but
correct
20 years ago. But the royalty aspect is very important, and we still have music out there, and listing that as musicians, we list it, and if you don't do this as a musician, talk to that guy, he can help you. But listing your music, especially nowadays, digital publishing, you can do it yourself. You don't need to use the big names. You can do it yourself. There's many platforms that does that. And we listed our music on a foreign platform, but I'm not going to say now because then people are going to think it's sponsored. It's not. But on a platform where they actually constantly say, we added YouTube. Do you want your music available on YouTube? We added that. and the musicians get paid for it. Yeah, it's mediocre amount of money, but
it's tiny.
trust me, no musician will say, no, please use it. I'll take the few cents because crumbs becomes bread. And that's the reason behind. It's not the platforms trying to be funny about it. It's literally musicians need to get paid for the use of their music.
Yeah.
It's just the way the world functions. But yeah, it's that is stock. Use the correct stock images or create your own, or stock content. Let's put it like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's we actually had a client that got flack for using music online on one of their marketing materials from one of the big publishing houses, and the reason they used it is because everybody used it.
Yeah.
And then the big U just said, yeah, but we want to make we're going to take you on because obviously you would be able to pay the damages.
Correct.
That's a
Yeah,
problem.
that's like you're like everybody's
just because it's a trend.
Don't do it.
Yeah, it's
unless you know, like we said, through TikTok,
Yeah.
you can use their stuff because you can get paid, because the guys can get paid, and then they can't moan because you're like, but TikTok is paying them for it.
But you also need to remember, make sure that if you are a business, have a business profile, because there is also on TikTok side and on Facebook side and on all of those platforms side, business licensed music for commercial use and for personal use. Even on their platform, it's different.
Yeah.
Because the fees they need to pay to whoever owns the rights are different, whether it's commercial use or not.
Yeah.
So don't think like, oh no, I'm going to use my personal. I'm a personal setting, but it's for business.
Yes.
There's a reason you need to change the two
Yeah.
things. So don't just. It's a good time. Like, this is not legal advice.
This is not legal advice.
Wherever you want to put that popping up, hashtag or kindly note. Yeah. So guys, on this, sorry, my lawyer brain is kicking in. What we say is obviously a discussion based on specific things.
Yeah.
Every single situation differs. Every single case differs in intellectual property law, and especially for copyright. So listen to this as a guide, but if you have an issue, contact us. I'm sure that.
Am I putting?
Yeah, put it. No. So the link will be there. Contact us, even if it's just in the comments. Contact us, and we'll actually discuss this with you, how to get around it and stuff like that. So I have to put it in because I know what. Yeah, but you said in your video, it's like, yeah, but we spoke about something completely different to your scenario. But yeah, okay, cool. But
it also differs if people give you rights, and then you still get flagged and stuff. If someone comes to me and like says, "Can I please use one of your songs for whatever they're doing?" and I go, "Yeah, absolutely," but then they just kind of put it on their video and put it out there, and it gets flagged. And like, but you said yes. And
but it's not as easy.
It's not that. Yeah. There's problems.
It's complicated.
Yeah, it's so complicated.
Let's just say, copyright, especially for music, is complicated, and leave it there. Or else we're gonna sit here for 2 hours and people are like, what?
Stock footage and everything else is very simple.
Yeah,
you just get a nice platform that's reputable, and you pay them whatever their $9 is, and you do that. Taking a video straight off like Google or straight from YouTube,
Don't
do it.
They, especially with the algorithms nowadays, are so advanced.
Yeah.
They'll know whether they're going to take action against you or not is their decision. But they'll know.
But have you noticed that there's like TV shows and stuff that have been posted to Facebook?
Oh yes.
You've seen?
Yeah.
And have you seen like the little tricks and stuff they do? So
the line in between, slightly sped up,
a little bit sped up, exactly, right? Yeah, and then they like kind of warp it.
Yeah, it, or
so there's
people sound like chipmunks.
Yeah, why is this so fast?
But it's to get around the algorithm. But the thing about the algorithm is it changes.
Yeah.
So they pick it up, and that's the thing. It was sped up, and then it picked that up. Then it was crushed, and they picked it up. The new trend is right in the middle of the video. There's a line through it, so that the video
it's cut into two.
Yeah, it's cut into two. It doesn't pick it up. It's that
But then how many viewers would like that? Like
No,
you as a viewer,
exactly, it's
you're
true.
like,
No, but let's be honest.
Yeah.
And I'm probably going to offend some people, but you know me, and if anybody
And
knows our
offending
firm is sort of, it's like part of it's
part of the
sorry.
marketing, bro.
But how many people rather wants to get famous or wants to get noticed based on other people's content instead of taking that effort and just doing their own?
Sure, that's a tough one. Eh?
Yeah, no, no, this is a rhetorical question.
No, I know, but
because
it's such a tough one.
So, I mean, intellectual property law is based on the fact that people are
Do that. Yeah.
Since forever.
You have a job because people steal other people's stuff.
Because it's just easier in their mind to do it. And the amount of effort they had to go through to figure out how to get around the infringement algorithm would have been probably easier to just freaking make your own content.
Do the content.
But that's the unfortunate nature, especially on social media. People chase the likes and the views.
It's the chasing the trend.
Yeah, and so at night and I hear my wife watching reels on Instagram because we're old TikTokers, and I'm saying old, she's going to kill me if I say she's old. She's not old, she's younger than I am.
It could dig such a grave.
Yeah.
Digging the biggest grave.
Oh no. Yeah, my mind's like, oh no, no. But
Here lies.
Yeah, you realize it's like, damn it. So before I scared myself, but I listen to her, and you overhear what she's listening to, and then you hear shows that you know from back when, clips from Friends, stuff from Bridget Jones. No, I'm saying, yeah, I did watch Bridget Jones's Diary. It was fascinating. But clips like that, or Legally Blonde. The Legally Blonde one you hear all the time. And you can hear it's altered. You can hear that's that. But the trends are there. Everybody wants, I've got 20 million views on somebody else's video.
Yeah.
What the hell? But it's a problem. But what I want to get to is the algorithms will adapt to make sure it's not being done. So, and then they'll just find a new way around it.
And they will. Yeah, they'll keep doing it. They'll be like, that didn't work.
Oh, this works, great.
Yeah.
And then people will pick it up because they notice those are not taken down.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm finding now that what people are doing is taking a video that's trending and then adding their own unique whatever they do on top of it, like playing Minecraft or something, like running through Minecraft, and then adding that. I don't know how that works legally, but I sometimes feel bad for the people that went through the effort of the main video.
Yeah, the comment video.
But then this video is also doing cool stuff, like the guy's making a really cool wooden bench.
Yeah. And the other thing, and look again, this is now me. I don't like content like what I'm going to mention now, but it's something that people are fascinated about. They look at somebody else's video, and they literally just talk about it's them there in the little corner talking about the other guy's entire video, and then sometimes they've got more views than the original video, and I'm like, you literally didn't do anything.
But people love reactions, though.
I know.
Reactions is huge.
It's huge, but it's sort of like, okay, but you are literally making money they're making money. I mean, YouTubers monetize. Yeah. From your point of view, and and that's why I'm saying I'm probably going to offend people. There are some of them that are proper, decent. You are giving opinions, you're putting rundowns, you're explaining it. That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking
They're
about...
They're also then going, please go watch the original video. This guy created it.
I'm talking about guys that's literally like looking at somebody else's video and like, oh, and he's jumping. He's literally word for word dictating what's happening. And I'm sorry, that's you taking a video of you watching a video. And yes, by all means, do it. But somewhere I think YouTube is going to, or those platforms will start realizing like this is actually infringement. Yeah. Because it is. Yeah. You are literally using somebody else's and you're just putting your face in the corner. It's like, oh, look there, guys. Did you see he jumped? Yes, I'm watching at a video. But it's a trend.
But then, like on top of that, right? Now I'm gonna be devil's advocate.
No, please be. That's what I like.
Okay. On the other side, I've watched covers of songs that are really good.
You had
And
to
the
go
person-
into the covers.
And then the person who's done the cover
Yeah.
has done it better.
I know.
And with their own vibe and their own style, but it's still the same words, still the same melody, and all of those.
Yeah. But you're not looking at cover music. Now, we get questions about cover songs so often. And that is
I can only
that
imagine.
is that's a monster on its own.
I think so.
Because yes, there's the law, but there's also in any intellectual property. I'm not limiting this to music, but we're
It's
using
just
music.
easier to talk about
It's-
it like this.
It's you have the law, and then you have the industry standard and the acceptance in industry. Because you have to remember, any infringement that happens, the rights owner chooses to act or not.
Yeah.
And it is more, it appears to be more leniency in music. Thank you for covering my song. Obviously, if you make money, you're not going to make money out of
Yeah.
it. YouTube especially, they pick it up. If you cover
And
my
you can't
song,
monetize it.
yeah, if you cover my song, I get a notification and I can decide, do I want to monetize this? Do I want to monetize your cover, or do I want it to be taken down? Yes or no? Obviously, I'm going to say monetize.
Yeah, give me money.
So it's this.
Yeah.
So even YouTube acknowledged that this is something that happens in music.
Yeah. And it's cool.
It's cool. Cover music is an existing
Yeah.
thing. I mean, you get massive. Remember when Linkin Park covered Adele?
Yes.
It was insane.
It was, yes.
but both
wonderful.
of them loved it.
Yeah.
But Linkin Park didn't get a cent.
Yeah.
And obviously, when they list that music on the collection societies, they have to say who is the original artist, who wrote
Yeah, yeah.
everything. So Adele got the
Yeah.
royalties for that cover. But the cover was still brilliant.
Yes.
And that's what makes cover music
Yeah.
slightly a different animal. And again, it's a generalization. So
If you're having
please-
problems with this,
yeah.
Stain IP.
I know a place where you can. Sorry,
Yeah.
inside joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, it's cover music is
It's a beast, man.
it's a beast, but it's an awesome beast.
It's a beast.
It's like oh geez. But going back to what we decided to actually talk about, marketing and brands. Obviously, when it comes to while I'm on copyright, I can actually chat about this. The content you create for your clients.
Yeah.
There's obviously copyright in that new creations. The videos you create, the content you write, the
Yeah.
script you write. There's you put in that effort. So there's copyright in that content.
Correct.
But then the question is where the content, the ownership of that content, the IP lies.
Oh,
And
I
that-
actually have never thought of it that way.
And a lot of
No,
people
I
don't.
just like all I want to do is just build.
You want to build it.
build
And
leads
look,
for
and
people. and
most
become-
people do. They
Yeah.
don't worry about the IP aspect of
Yeah.
it because you worry about your business and it's generating leads for your clients, and the client worries about that leads that get generated.
Correct.
They don't really worry about the IP.
Correct.
Now, the consideration or the concern more on the intellectual property is it gets complicated on who owns that IP.
Yes.
And there's a transfer of rights and things like that, and it's not automatic, not necessarily automatic. In some instances, IP is transferred automatic, in some instances they aren't.
Yes.
Copyright as well, you can't say copyright is transferred automatic, okay, but is it music or is it film or is it images, because they each have their own rules surrounding it. So a good way of addressing it and making sure there's no issues is dealing with it in the contract or less formal terms and conditions
Okay.
to then say, guys, I'm giving you your IP and your content, but I retain user rights. I'm allowed to list it here and I'm allowed to reuse the concepts behind it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you're going to make an insanely awesome thing for me and it works brilliantly, the concept behind it, or
Yeah.
I'm going to say concept. Concept was the wrong word, maybe more the
The
method.
Method.
The
templates.
method, the template,
Yeah.
the reason it
Yeah.
works. You want to be able to duplicate without the content that people will see will differ, but the flow of it will be the same, which is IP.
Yeah.
So you want to retain, you as a creator of that wants to retain certain rights to be able to do that for your other clients. Because it's not good business just marketing for one client unless
Correct.
it's a massive client.
Yes.
And obviously they want to retain the rights in that, because if the two of you go different ways, you don't want to tell them, thank you, delete the videos because it's my IP.
You're correct.
So those are the things that you and business owners, or you as marketing, now you've got your marketing hat on, and business owners need to just at least consider. And it's not as complicated as it should be. But again, there's guidance on that. And we know what we're doing, and it's easy enough to do. But again, the intention here is just to get the thought process rolling, not with you, because we talk weekly, with people listening, saying, oh shit, I didn't think about this.
Yeah.
And it's important, because the reason I'm bringing this up is we've had cases where this happened. That video I made for you, delete it. It's like, yeah, but we paid you for it.
True.
Yeah, but the IP is still mine because I never transferred it to you in writing. Yeah, sorry, delete it. Things happen, because not all splits are
Nice.
amicable.
Yeah.
So
That's true. That makes sense, eh?
But let's go on to the brand aspect, because that's a fun part.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you build, and I think I explain to people how you approach it. It's fascinating the way you
The
like
brand?
not just the brand, but the marketing initiative you take to build somebody else's brand.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a very special
I
skill.
take a lot of time listening to the company and who they are and what they are, what it is that they actually do. Because a lot of the times companies fix things. If you take away all the names and
we fix
everything,
things.
right, you can take any company and you go, what is it that they fix, right? Which means that on the exact opposite side of that, what is the pain? Right?
Yeah.
Because there has to be. If you're going to fix something, something
needs
must
to
be
be a
broken.
yeah.
Yeah. So I tend to go show the pain, show the anger, show the breakage and everything, and then bring the client in as the solution. Now, this is an old method that's been used for many, many, many years. It's like I'm not breaking the
mold.
The mold here. This is something that's been used, but if you can really capture it and really take in account the what would it be called, the uniqueness of a company,
Yes,
right? Because
the
every
niche.
company does fix something,
Yeah.
right? But they do it in their own
way.
and that method, those 3-4 steps that they take, are is the thing that makes them unique and special, right? Yes, they're fixing something, and if you go, something broken, and we fix it, and you're like, okay, I don't care, right? But it's like something broken, and then you go, we can fix it, but also we fix it like this. And then you go, ooh, that resonates with me as
Yes.
a person. I like that version. Or that doesn't resonate with me, and you don't want to work with a person that doesn't resonate with you in the first place. So that's kind of like my step. So then I take all of that and I box it into like a little video.
That's
A
cool.
little stock footage video. And
Well, not only stock footage, because you spent this morning hours, years making original OG footage. So.
Yeah. You can do voiceovers with the people. Like, so I did some stuff for a veterinarian, and he was the guy who actually did the voiceover for his own video. And it's like it added that personal touch to it. And it was like, these are cool. And people are willing to put themselves in it. I'm like, hell yeah. Jump in as much as you can. But if you like, but there are people that are running businesses and they're complete introverts. They don't want to be in the spotlight. They just want to,
like me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially you. Yeah, you definitely. Yeah. So there's those types of people, and they just make a video, and then stock footage, stock voiceovers. You get AI to do it, and then you give those people that option. And then from there, I build the lead ads, and then we pick and choose what type of lead you want. Do you want name, number, email? Do you want WhatsApp message? Do you want them to go to your website? What do you want? What do you want as the client? I'll give you my opinion on what I think you should have, but in the end, it's your
choice.
It's your choice, and that's pretty much. You can pretty much go and start your own company now. Do exactly what I do.
But that's all. Do what I do. Yeah, it's like you can file your own trademark.
You can.
You can also go and pull your own tooth if it's got pain, but you'd rather pay a dentist because they know what they're doing.
I mean, you could also try and fly a plane.
You can do a lot of things, but
can.
you shouldn't. It's like, there's a reason. There's a reason you do marketing.
Yeah, there's a reason that like you don't just jump into a cage with triggers, right?
No.
You can.
You can.
You can.
I'll pay money to
And
see it.
I would also pay money to
Although
watch
you can probably jump into your brother can. No. I think, look, I'll jump into a cage with Drickus and I'll die within 2 seconds. You might last like 10 seconds, your brother 15.
Yeah.
So but still, none of us should jump into it.
We shouldn't do it.
No, it's not a
No,
good
we should
idea.
definitely not do it.
We love Drickus, by the way. It's just
Yeah, we
amazing,
do
but-
love Drickus.
But yeah, I wouldn't pick a fight with him. No.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You can.
You can.
But you
Not a
should.
good idea. Isn't that the philosophy of so many failures in business? I can do this myself. I've seen it so many times, especially on the marketing side. I can do this myself. Look, and I do a lot of the marketing myself, like you know.
Yeah, but you put effort into
But
it.
I put effort in it, and I know where my limits are.
Yeah.
And I think that's an important thing, especially, I'm not saying don't file your own trademark. Just know where your limit is if you try. We've got clients that successfully filed their own trademarks, and they just couldn't get it further than application.
Yeah.
And then they're like, guys, we're stuck on these. Can you help us?
Yeah.
Because we know what we're doing. So then that's why I say some people will last longer in a cage with Drickus than I will. It's still not a good idea. Somewhere you'll get knocked out
that's true.
proper, but know your limit.
Yeah.
And marketing as well. You should know your limit, and you should know, I'm okay with like I've got an idea and doing with stocks, what static marketing I do.
Yeah.
Okay, but when it comes to the other stuff,
it's like
I
weird
get
because some people are just okay with like the 2 posts a week,
it's,
and it doesn't really do anything for their companies, and they're just like, there's nice content there, it's cool.
Yeah.
And that's
fine if that's what you want.
Nothing wrong
Take
with
it.
that.
Yeah, keep
I feel like that concept. This is a personal feeling,
Yes.
and I'm definitely stepping on toes when I say this, but I feel like that's stealing from companies because then you're just like making content.
Yeah.
Are you making like a post?
Yeah.
And that's the cool part. But then when you put it out there and like 6 people like it,
Yeah, it's like, okay,
and
great.
you're like, and now
And it's probably 6 people that works for the company.
yeah, and I felt bad about it. So because that's what I did in the beginning, and then decided to be better, give more.
Look, and at the end of the day, marketing is to get clients. It's yes, don't get me wrong. And we've got colleagues in the legal industry that does that. They've got a company that builds amazing content for them, but they've got 6 followers.
Yeah.
And I'm saying 6 followers because if I remember last night, I checked, and they've got 6 followers. And the content is insanely
fire.
awesome.
Yeah.
But great, you've got content.
Yeah.
You need content.
Content
but you
has
need
a place.
drive.
Content has a place where you're doing, let's say you're pushing people. You have to push people somewhere, okay? And a lot of businesses pushes people towards their website because that's where you can get conversions, right?
But your website also needs to be proper.
It needs to be firing on all cylinders, right? But then what you'll do is you'll have good content on Facebook and you'll have good content on Instagram. If you're doing it that way, then I do agree with just having content, because what happens is if your marketing plan is to drive people to your website, a lot of the times before someone makes a purchase, they're going to jump onto your social medias to see if you actually are who you say you are.
Yeah, you need to have a presence.
You
Don't
need
get
to
me
have a
wrong.
presence,
It's
right?
essential.
It's like super important. So then when they get onto that and you have, meet the teams and all that, just the generic content stuff, people go, okay, yeah, this is real, and then go back to it. But if you're not if you're not focusing on taking a person from here to there,
Yeah.
right, that content means nothing.
And paying a marketing company to just have content is also that's I think
But
where
there needs
me
to
and-
be a focus.
Yeah, there
Yes.
needs to be a focus, and I think that's where, like you said, you're probably going to step on some people's toes.
Yes.
If you as a marketing company, and again, I'm not picking on anybody or anything, but if you as a marketing company don't have clear goals and discussions with your client, and they are clear with your client, this is for content. I'm not generating leads
Yes.
for you,
Yeah.
because the public or the client does not understand that
Yeah.
those aspects. All they think, oh, you're going to build me, you're going to put awesome content on my social media, and I'm automatically going to get clients.
If they think like that,
Yeah, it's the wrong.
that's
the
those
wrong
are the
approach.
those are the people that hate social media.
Yeah,
Those are the people that go, social media doesn't work.
yeah.
Because
And you look from that colleague, I thought they say that online marketing doesn't work. It's like you're just doing it wrong.
well, or strange enough, the conversation should be, what's the purpose?
Yes.
And
What do you want?
If the client then says, I want more business, then it should stop being a content.
It should be leads.
It should start being a lead.
Yeah.
And doing advertising for leads, or creating a database, or pushing people towards your website, or
There needs
taking
to be a
people,
strategy.
then you need to go, okay, we need to take these people who like what we do and convert them.
And clients.
Yeah,
Look, ideally, you should have both. Am I right?
1,000%. Oh, that's the
Yeah. You need
That's the-
content
yeah.
for the authenticity, the realness.
Yep.
Because depending again on the generation you target, and look, for us, we don't have a generational target. Our clients are literally anybody that's
Yeah.
born and living. And businesses.
if you make something,
Yeah.
yeah,
But each of those generations have and each person actually, but most generations have different platforms they frequent.
yeah,
I don't understand TikTok at all. But Shanika that sits in my office, I think is more
that's
TikToker.
She doesn't even know what a Facebook
Yeah.
is.
The Facebook.
A Facebook.
And, I mean, Facebook came out when I was late in university, and it wasn't the Facebook we have now. The Facebook, but it's different. And
Yeah, the algorithms were better back
yeah, and Instagram is a different generation.
Yeah.
TikTok is a different generation. X is a different
then. Everything.
and all the other. I mean, there's Twitch. That's a game or streaming thing, and it's a platform that a lot of gamers, especially, I think, follow and engage on with each other. So you should also understand the different platforms. But what I want to get to is, you should be present on all of them if your clients are on all of them.
Yeah.
I don't like TikTok, but we've got a TikTok page because I'm not marketing to myself.
Yeah.
If I want to talk to a generation or a person that likes TikTok, the first place he's going to check if I am, like you said, if I have a presence, if I'm real, is on TikTok.
Correct.
If I'm not on TikTok, he's not going to trust me.
Exactly.
Where my dad, and to an extent me, our generation is like, okay, is this company on LinkedIn?
Yeah. It's LinkedIn, and do they have a website?
Yeah. And again, do they have a website is an important aspect.
Very
important. And your website is, look, our website is, you know what a website looks like, but at the end of the day, your website, in most cases, is your digital business card.
Yeah.
People go on your website to see what how you are. And if your if your business card is a piece of paper torn out of a book and just quickly scribbled your number on, people won't do business with you. Same with your website. It needs to be a proper website. You can't dismiss the fact that we live in a digital world. People want, and I'm myself, I don't want to go to Checkers around the corner. It's literally around the corner from me. I'll rather sit here in or sit at home in my jocks and order Checkers.
Yeah.
And pay slightly extra because we want instant gratification.
And also, just like we're doing stuff.
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
There's just so much happening.
So what?
Like, there's so much happening.
Yeah, and
you might not just be in your jocks. You might be like looking at what the next
Yeah.
vehicle you want to buy.
Or
It's very
checking, look, I can't wait for the next the Starship launch that was supposed to be today, but it's somewhere in the next 5 days. So I want to watch that. Or between 8 and 9 at night, I'm watching Dakar.
And checkers can't get in the way of
No,
that.
they can't.
That's
me
rude.
going to checkers can't get in the way of that. They can come to me. But it's a silly example, but the fact is,
yeah.
people don't want to struggle. So if they go on the website and they don't find what they want on the website, they're going to leave. You're going to lose that client. And you're probably going to lose future clients because, believe it or not, you and I know this, but a lot of people forget that referral is one of the easiest way to get new clients, because I trust you. So if you say you trust him, I'm going to trust him.
You're correct.
Where if you say, they've got a crap website, I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go out of my way to convince them the contrary.
Yeah.
So I'm just using a website now as an example, but marketing in general, the stuff, the content you build in your business for other people is so important to be. It shouldn't look like I just got somebody with a cell phone from the road, because it
needs to hit
needs
hard.
to be proper. Because it's a reflection of what that business is.
Correct.
And again, it's the tone. Also, I'm sure you can elaborate on that more than I can. But a tone, we are. I mean, people that know us, we're not your traditional law firm.
No.
I mean,
No.
yeah.
Tone is important.
Where if I go and this is the stuck-up video, and somebody walks into my office and I'm in my long hair tattooed and there's bikes everywhere. And
they're going to be like,
and Jack Barrow's playing there in the corner on the TV. They're going to be like, this isn't the place I wanted, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You can't have you can't have our marketing and then somebody walks into the office and there's a stuck-up suit sitting on the other side, talking like every single word. There's no fucks given.
Correct.
I mean, it's going to be like, this isn't what I thought I'm walking into.
Correct.
And you understand that on the client.
Yeah.
And the clients should understand it when they do marketing.
Because it's more than just a CI. Because I think when people get, for those of you that don't know what a CI, it's company.
Corporate identity.
It's a corporate identity. Company identity. Yeah. So it's like they'll go colors.
Yeah.
They'll go logo, and then they'll be like,
name tagline.
You cannot use this color, and you cannot do, and they get very weird about that. But at no point do they go, we speak in a home tone.
Yes.
We talk very corporate. We are a little bit loose. Everything's a little bit more calm, and or we trying to solve this problem, which means we need to talk like this.
Yes.
Right. You know, when I do anything kind of like in the medical industry, I tend to always lean towards female voices. And I know that it's not like a sexist thing or anything, but I trust females when it comes to
medical
to caring about my health more than I do men. And it's like,
a bit
of a psychology thing. But I'm also not going to go to a lady and be like, hey, I need you to fix my car. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to use a man's voice that's going to be... So it's like, I don't know, these tropes are like... that the world is weird on these tropes at the moment. But
you can't dismiss
say the
that.
word.
Yeah.
Psychology?
Psychologist?
The psychologist.
The psych thing.
The psych thing.
The psych thing. The way the people's minds work.
And you don't have to go as far as men and women and all that stuff. But it's just like, never ever come across a CI where it's like, here's our colors, here's our brand, here's our vibe. Keep to these things. Also, we use this vibe.
Yes.
We are happier company. We're a more serious company. We're whatever it is. Never seen it.
Well, that's what we don't really worry about our colors and stuff. Like we've got our logo and our taglines and stuff like that because it's brands,
but you're
trademarks.
more personality.
But we're like personality based over everything else because
that's very true.
That's very important to us is the fact that we are authentically us.
Yes.
And our clients should know that because they need to either be comfortable with us or not and be okay with it. That makes sense. Or not
That's perfectly said.
But
I'm sure anybody that's watching this is like,
that sound. I should get a T-shirt like that. It's like, but yeah, your personality, your company's personality, your tone, your
Yeah.
what.
yeah. And isn't that maybe sometimes
that's
a little bit
more
stronger?
important than
Yeah.
you should use Pantone,
Exactly.
Pantone this and Pantone that. It's
If you look at some of the guys that have gotten it right, I'm talking about we're talking about big people
Yeah,
here,
no.
right?
Amazon, Google,
Coca-Cola.
Well, Coca-Cola is brilliant.
They killed it, and when you see them, you know the vibe. It's more than just the
it's
red
not,
white.
It's a lifestyle.
It's more than red and white, right? It's like you look at it, you go like, a while back, I don't know, I haven't seen for a very long time, Nando's had some of the best ads. They had so much vibe behind what they were doing. They were like pushing the thresholds and stuff. And even if they weren't pushing the thresholds, they would had this thing going on. And I think that
is important. That
it's like what color is Nando's? And you're like, I don't actually,
they've got a bunch of colors.
yeah, it's not like we know there's red because of the kalkoen, right? They've got like a beigey color. You're like, I don't really know the
and you don't
color,
really care.
and you don't care, but you're like, man, they've good ads. And
So
you know,
I remember like a skit that some comedian had about Nando's, and it was brilliant. I'm not gonna try and do it, but yes, it's this. It's this edgy approach they always had.
They had that, and then there's like some things that are like incredibly wholesome, like really caring. So
yeah, and
I think
vibe, and people identify vibe, like you're saying. Look, it can change over time. Coke now and Coke when they started obviously changed, but it's not a Jaguar effect where you go, nope. We're like this going forward. Look, you can do it. But that was like, wait, what? Literally like 360 overnight.
Dude, Jack messed up so badly with that.
Maybe we'll all be wrong, but that was like,
gosh.
what did you do? Firstly, they got rid of their old trademark, the iconic jumping Jaguar.
Yeah.
Which, yes, there were different iterations of the Jag, and it was
there's a face.
There's a face and stuff.
Yeah. But we accepted
We accepted
because they kept it in a
it's
box.
A Jaguar.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I don't even know.
It's a signature.
Yeah, it says Jaguar, but it's capitals and small letters.
Yeah. It's like someone drew it with a
yeah.
thing.
So they didn't only change their brand; they overnight changed their entire everything, their vibe.
The vibe. Yeah.
And people don't like changing vibe overnight.
Maybe that's what it is, because brand changes are cool.
Yeah, but this was.
But they took away something that was maybe iconic.
Iconic. Yeah,
means something to people.
Jaguar to me was the.
That's cool.
You had a very specific person that would drive a Jag.
Yeah. You have the perfect voice.
No, but that's the thing. You would have the Jaguar.
That's the Jeremy Clarkson.
It's the Jeremy Clarkson. It's Jag.
Now it's Jag.
Yeah, they've got a Jaguar. How big is it? This is a V8 Jaguar, and you
now
would
it's
drive
like,
it. And now it's just like, woo, fröhlich strike.
Yeah,
and
that change was too much.
And not a problem, but the thing I think, and look, I'm not a marketing expert by all, and anyway, and I think the marketing experts at Jaguar, if they see this, they're going to be like, haha, you're completely missing the point.
Yeah.
Which is
maybe
good. Please explain the point to me, because I'm look, everybody's talking about it, so at least I got that. But
it's also talking about it negatively.
In a negative
and
way.
If their idea is to sell a car,
and that's
that
my
might
problem.
not be cool.
I
mean, if you want to get out into the world because you're an influencer and you say something negative and everybody's talking about you,
that's
your
fine.
name's out there.
Yeah.
But if that person was like, took that negative thing and then try to sell it,
it's not going to work.
No one's going to be like, yes, I love your negative thing.
I love your negativity. I'm going to
please give me take my money.
Take my money. And the problem with Jag, I'm saying problem. In my view, my opinion, it's a personal view and a personal opinion, as somebody that has no affiliation with Jaguar, is they literally overnight got rid of the Jeremy Clarkson.
Yeah.
What Jaguar did, in my view, is they literally overnight said, all our existing clientele that pays a hell of a lot of money for our
product.
big British product
Oh, yeah.
they cut off the existing clientele with this, because your existing clientele will keep buying Jaguars because of what the status it represents. And now all of a sudden you're like, no, we're doing the opposite.
Yeah.
So I either hope the opposite has more money than the existing British clientele, because in my view, Jaguar is the big rich.
And I think they're trying to make it young.
Yes, but phase it in.
Yeah.
It's not something. It's like,
And I don't think a young person wouldn't like that.
no, and also
that
a
Jaguar.
young person that wants a Jaguar was like, I want to grow up to have a Jaguar.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, it's young. And it's like,
Yeah.
this isn't what we want.
Yeah. And
So-
on that note,
And on that note, no, look, I think we can start wrapping it up. But the thing is, your brand identity, it's more than just your logo and
Colour.
your name.
Yeah.
It is an identity. It's a package. And in your case, you market that package and we protect the package, because remember, trademarks
correct.
in your brand, it's not just your name and logo. You can trademark sounds and styles, and you can trademark anything associated to the brand. Anything people can be like, oh, that's Jag, or oh, that's Coke, or oh, that's that, without seeing the little Coca-Cola logo. Or a Coke bottle is identified. You can see a broken Coke bottle on the ground.
Yeah.
Without seeing the Coke logo, you'll see it's Coke.
Yeah.
Which is why they have a trademark for the shape of the glass bottle. But that's the thing. Your brand is so important, and your understanding your brand is getting even more important. And you can't always do it yourself.
No.
You need people like you.
Even if you just talk to marketing, like you don't really have to subscribe to what they're trying to sell you.
No,
but
you
then
don't.
You can just
get
go and
ideas.
have a chat and just be like, hey, listen, I'm like lost, or everybody knows someone who's in marketing. Just chat to them.
Chat to them and chat. Look, and I think we can end on this is understand your brand and the value of your brand and how you want your brand to get out there, and also understand who you're talking to. You want to sell a brand that you like, but you can't sell something that nobody else likes. So understand your brand. Understand that you should market. If you don't market, it's like having a car and refusing to put fuel in it. You're not going to go anywhere. And fuel costs money.
Yeah.
The further you want to go, the more fuel you enter, therefore the more money you have. So marketing will, if it's done right and done properly, it will have a good effect, but it's going to cost money, unfortunately. Or fortunately, however you want to look at it.
And you supercharge that with your brand.
Yeah. So your brand is not just what you have to have your brand. You have to understand your brand. You have to be able to market your brand, and you have to be able to protect your brand.
Yeah.
So your brand is your business at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can take everything away, and let's use Coke again. They'll lose everything Coke has as long as they have their brand. They'll probably be fine.
Yeah. That's true.
So, and most businesses would be, because if I say, hey, Jaryd, you're not allowed to use your business name anymore, or hey, Diskim, from tomorrow you must be somebody else.
Yeah.
It's gonna.
That's
most businesses will fail if they lose their brand.
Yeah.
So understand it, market it, and protect it. That's the important thing. So call the two of us.
Phone him first.
And then I'll give you his number. Awesome. But thanks. It's, as always, amazing talking to you.
Thank you.
And we'll
Also,
chat again.
for everyone that's watching, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And think about your brand. Okay, S2E1.